angry demonstrators took to the streets in Tunis, calling for a complete destruction of Tunisia's old ruling party. The protest turned violent as demonstrators clashed with police who fired tear gas to disperse the crowd. The latest protests were sparked by the selection of a new government that includes many members of ousted President Ben Ali's ruling party. On Monday, Prime Minister Mohamed Ghannouchi, a close ally of Ali, had announced a coalition cabinet that included current ministers of the former ruling government. A government official said all political parties in Tunisia will be legalized and promised unprecedented freedoms in the once tightly controlled country. Foreign Minister Kamal Marjan spoke from an Arab foreign ministers meeting in Egypt.
The first action, as I did indicate, is to work for the organization of plural and democratic elections. Of course, this will take time. It's not, I cannot fix today. This will be fixed by the different parties, and when I say parties, it's not only those who are in the government. We are in contact with all the elements, political elements and social elements of the Tunisian society.
In Washington, U.S. State Department spokesman P.J. Crowley said Tunisia's interim government must carry out the wishes of its people.
We want to see an open process, significant dialogue between the government and the significant groups that want to play a role in Tunisia's future.
The demonstrators have used social networking sites on the internet to organize their protests. Some of the demonstrators say what's happening in Tunisia could ignite similar revolutions in other tightly controlled countries in the Arab world. But analyst Stephen Cook with the Council on Foreign Relations disagrees.
Just as opposition activists are drawing lessons and conclusions from the situation in Tunisia, leaders in Egypt and Jordan and elsewhere are also drawing their own conclusions about how to avoid a situation that unfolded in Tunisia over the course of the last month.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Ghannouchi pledged to investigate corruption and work towards a transparent government while holding a presidential election within 60 days. At least 78 people have died after a month of violence over corruption and political repression that forced the former president and his family to leave the country and fly to Saudi Arabia Friday. As Tunisia's new government looks to calm tensions, security in the capital remains heightened as military tanks and heavily armored riot police guard government buildings. Many stores and businesses also remain closed. Simkins, VOA News.